2 years after the high-profile Depp v. Heard trial, the attorneys involved are reflecting on the verdict and its broader implications. The case, which captivated the public with its intense legal battles and dramatic revelations, saw Johnny Depp suing Amber Heard for defamation. The verdict favored Depp, awarding him $15 million in damages, later reduced to $10.35 million, while Heard won $2 million in a countersuit. Ben Chu, Depp's attorney, spoke candidly about the impact of the trial on his client and the public's perception of justice. Chu highlighted how the verdict was a moment of vindication for Depp, who had maintained his innocence throughout the proceedings. It was crucial for Johnny to clear his name, Chu said. The verdict not only restored his reputation, but also highlighted the importance of truth in defamation cases. Chu emphasized the broader societal implications, expressing hope that the trial would encourage individuals to be more critical of media narratives. He suggested that society often rushes to judgment without considering all the facts, a trend exacerbated by social media. "I'd like to see society correct itself," he stated. "We need to ensure that we don't convict people in the court of public opinion before all evidence is presented." On the other side, Elaine Bredehoft, who represented Heard, offered her perspective on the challenges faced during the trial. Bredehoft noted that the intense media scrutiny and public interest added layers of complexity to the case. She argued that the verdict might deter victims of domestic abuse from coming forward, fearing public backlash and skepticism. "It's a concern that this case might set a precedent where victims are hesitant to speak out," Bredehoft said. "We need to ensure that victims feel safe and supported when sharing their stories." Bredehoft also discussed the difficulties in presenting a case under such public pressure, highlighting the fine line between legal strategy and managing public perception. "It was an unprecedented trial in many ways," she explained. "Balancing the legal aspects with the media frenzy was a significant challenge." Both attorneys agreed that the trial underscored the importance of the legal system in discerning truth amid conflicting narratives. They emphasized the need for a judicial process that remains unbiased and focused on evidence. Chu pointed out that while the verdict was a victory for Depp, it was also a win for the legal process. "The jury's decision was based on thorough examination of the facts," he said. "It reaffirmed faith in the judicial system's ability to deliver justice." Bredehoft echoed the sentiment, but added that the legal community should continuously strive to improve how such cases are handled, particularly concerning media influence. "We need to learn from this trial," she urged. "It's imperative that future cases are conducted in a manner that ensures fairness and minimizes external pressures." The reflections from both legal teams also touched on the emotional toll of the trial. Chu recalled the relief and gratitude expressed by Depp following the verdict. "Johnny was overwhelmed," he shared. "It was a significant moment for him, personally and professionally." On the other hand, Bredehoft noted Heard's disappointment and concern for the message the verdict might send to other survivors of domestic abuse. "Amber was devastated," she said. She feared it might discourage others from seeking justice. Looking ahead, both attorneys expressed hope for a more discerning and compassionate society. Chu called for a greater emphasis on due process and critical thinking, while Bredehoft advocated for more robust support systems for victims of abuse. They agreed that the Depp v. Heard trial would remain a pivotal case in discussions about defamation, media influence, and domestic abuse. In conclusion, 2 years after the verdict, the reflections from Depp and Heard's attorneys highlight the complexities and far-reaching implications of the trial. Both sides agree on the need for societal and judicial improvements to ensure fairness, support victims, and prevent premature judgments. The case serves as a reminder of the delicate balance between public interest and the